You may think that bread is harmless, a simple staple you have eaten all your life. But the truth is that after 60, the type of bread you choose can mean the difference between protecting your heart and quietly destroying it. Many seniors still reach for the same soft white loaf, the sweet pastry, or the fried treat without realizing that these breads can spike blood sugar, strain the heart, clog the arteries, and even raise the risk of stroke or memory decline. I have seen patients who thought they were eating something light and safe, but ended up with dangerous blood pressure swings or sudden fatigue after meals, all triggered by the wrong kind of bread. The reality is that not all breads are created equal. Some are loaded with hidden sugars, trans fats, and additives that attack the brain and circulation, while others are rich in fiber, natural nutrients, and slow-releasing energy that can actually protect your body and keep you independent longer. In this video, I will reveal 4 breads that you should never touch if you are over 60, because they quietly damage your health. And I will also show you 4 breads you should eat daily to support your heart, your brain, and your longevity. These choices are simple, but they can change your future. Before we dive in, if you have not subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, so I know how to make better content for you. Part 1. The hidden danger of white bread. The first bread you must never touch after 60 is the common white bread, the soft, fluffy loaf that many families still buy daily. On the surface, it looks harmless, light, and even comforting, but inside it is nothing more than refined flour stripped of its natural fiber and nutrients. When you eat white bread, the starch is broken down rapidly into glucose, flooding your bloodstream with sugar. This sudden spike forces your pancreas to release large amounts of insulin, and over time, it exhausts your system, paving the way for diabetes, high blood pressure, and dangerous cholesterol levels. The problem does not stop there. These repeated surges of blood sugar also inflame your blood vessels, making them stiff and more likely to develop clots. For someone over 60, whose arteries are already aging, this is like adding fuel to a fire. A stroke or heart attack may not come immediately, but each slice of white bread is a step closer. I have seen seniors who began their morning with toast and tea, only to feel sudden dizziness, weakness, or crushing fatigue within hours. They thought it was just age catching up, but it was their body reacting to rapid swings in blood sugar. Studies confirm this risk. Research published in medical journals has shown that diets high in refined grains are directly linked to higher rates of cardiovascular disease and cognitive decline. Over years, white bread silently erodes the health of your brain and heart, leaving you vulnerable to memory problems, vision issues, or sudden stroke. Some argue that moderation makes it safe, but the truth is that when better alternatives exist, even small amounts of white bread are not worth the risk for older adults. The good news is that replacing white bread with whole grain bread makes a dramatic difference. Whole grains release sugar slowly, keep you full longer, and provide the fiber that cleans your arteries and supports digestion. Choosing whole grain over white bread is not just a diet tweak. It is a powerful act of prevention. The lesson is clear. If you are over 60, white bread is not a friend. It is a silent heartbreaker, a sugar trap in disguise, and it should be removed from your table today. If this fact has surprised you, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal how sweet pastries and sugary breads quietly damage your brain and raise your risk of stroke. Part 2. Sweet pastries and sugar traps. The second bread you must never touch after 60 is the sweet pastry. The tempting bun or roll filled with cream, topped with sugar, or glazed to shine. These breads are designed to taste delicious, but inside they are loaded with refined flour, added sugar, and often unhealthy fats that create a dangerous combination for your heart and brain. When you eat a sweet pastry, the sugar enters your bloodstream quickly, even faster than white bread, causing a sharp rise in blood glucose. Your body responds with an insulin surge, and over time, this roller coaster weakens your ability to control blood sugar, leading directly to diabetes and insulin resistance. The added sugar also promotes inflammation throughout your body, including the delicate vessels in your brain, increasing your risk of memory decline and even dementia. The fats used in many pastries are often hydrogenated oils, also known as trans fats. These not only raise bad cholesterol, but also lower good cholesterol, accelerating the buildup of plaque in your arteries. The result is narrowed vessels that starve your brain and heart of oxygen, setting the stage for heart attack or stroke. Imagine enjoying a soft cream-filled bun at night and waking up hours later with chest tightness, blurred vision, or difficulty speaking. I have seen seniors in the emergency room who had no idea that their daily pastry habit was fueling their decline. Research supports this. Studies in major medical journals have linked diets high in added sugar and trans fats to higher rates of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and cognitive impairment. What makes this especially dangerous is that many people do not even realize how much sugar they are consuming. One small pastry can contain as much sugar as several teaspoons, often more than the daily recommended limit for older adults. For those already battling high blood pressure or diabetes, the effect is even more severe. The alternative is clear. Instead of pastries, choose breads made with natural ingredients and natural sweetness. Whole grain bread with oats, seeds, or even pieces of dried fruit provides flavor without the sugar spike. These breads release energy slowly, help you feel satisfied, and support stable blood sugar levels. If you crave sweetness, a small portion of fruit with whole grain bread gives you vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber that pastries will never provide. The lesson is simple. Sweet pastries are sugar traps in disguise. They may comfort your taste buds for a moment, but they silently damage your vessels, raise your risk of stroke, and steal your independence. If this has opened your eyes, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will show you why processed breads with additives are even more dangerous than they appear. Part 3. Processed breads with additives. The third bread you must never touch after 60 is the heavily processed bread filled with additives, preservatives, and excess salt. These are the loaves that line supermarket shelves, promising softness that lasts for weeks and flavors that never seem to go stale. They may be convenient, but their hidden ingredients can slowly destroy your cardiovascular health. Processed breads often contain high levels of sodium, far more than what the body needs. For older adults, excess sodium is particularly dangerous because it raises blood pressure, stiffens arteries, and increases the strain on the heart. High blood pressure is the leading cause of both heart disease and stroke, and every slice of high sodium bread quietly adds to that risk. Beyond salt, Many processed breads are made with chemical preservatives and emulsifiers that extend shelf life but disturb the balance of gut bacteria, which researchers now know plays a major role in blood pressure regulation, inflammation, and even brain function. These artificial additives may not cause immediate symptoms, but over time, they contribute to chronic inflammation and vascular damage. Some of these breads also contain added sugars, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial coloring agents combined. These ingredients create a toxic mix that burdens the body rather than nourishing it. Imagine eating sandwiches every day, believing you are making a safe choice, only to find yourself battling rising blood pressure, swollen ankles, or headaches caused by silent vascular strain. I have treated seniors who thought they were eating healthy just because they avoided fried foods, but the hidden salt and chemicals in their bread were enough to tip them toward heart failure or stroke. Research confirms this danger. Studies show that high consumption of processed foods is directly linked with increased cardiovascular events. And bread is one of the most commonly consumed processed foods in many countries. For those already at risk, every slice matters. The alternative is simple but powerful. Choose freshly baked bread with minimal ingredients. Ideally, sourdough made from natural fermentation, which contains beneficial bacteria that support gut and heart health. Sourdough bread has been shown to lower the glycemic response, reduce inflammation, and promote better digestion, making it far safer than processed loaves. The lesson is clear. Bread should be a source of nourishment, not a chemical cocktail. Processed breads with additives may seem harmless, but they are silent saboteurs of your health. Remove them from your diet now, because your brain, heart, and circulation cannot afford the damage. If this has made you rethink what you keep in your kitchen, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal how fried and buttery breads attack your arteries and raise your risk of sudden stroke. Part 4. Fried or buttery breads. The fourth bread you must never touch after 60 is the fried or buttery bread, which includes donuts, croissants soaked in butter, and deep-fried buns that may taste irresistible but silently damage your arteries. These breads are dangerous because they combine refined flour with large amounts of saturated fats and, in many cases, trans fats created during frying. This deadly mixture raises bad cholesterol, lowers good cholesterol, and accelerates the buildup of plaque in your arteries. For seniors, whose blood vessels are already less flexible, this buildup quickly narrows circulation to the brain and heart, leading to heart attack or stroke. The danger is not only long-term, but also immediate. After eating fried or buttery bread, fat and sugar enter the bloodstream together, creating oxidative stress that stiffens arteries within hours. You may feel heavy, sluggish, or unusually tired after such a meal. That is your body struggling to cope with the sudden metabolic burden. Over time, this repeated stress weakens the heart, increases blood pressure, and sets the stage for vascular disease. I have seen older patients who enjoyed a donut with coffee every morning, convinced it was a small indulgence, only to suffer chest pain or dizziness within months. They never connected that simple habit with the decline in their health. Yet the evidence is overwhelming. Research published in cardiovascular journals shows that diets high in fried foods are linked with significantly higher rates of stroke and sudden cardiac death. What makes this especially dangerous is that many seniors eat these foods at social gatherings, believing occasional treats are harmless. But the body does not forget, Every fried pastry adds damage that accumulates silently. The safer alternative is sprouted grain bread, which provides natural protein, fiber, and vitamins without unhealthy fats. Sprouted grains support stable blood sugar and heart health, while giving you a satisfying texture that can replace the craving for buttery breads. Adding toppings like avocado or a drizzle of olive oil provides healthy fats that protect rather than harm your circulation. The lesson is urgent. Fried or buttery breads are not treats for older adults. They are silent killers disguised as comfort food. They rob your arteries of flexibility, fuel dangerous cholesterol patterns, and dramatically increase the risk of stroke. If you are over 60, remove them from your diet completely. If this warning has opened your eyes, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal the first of the 4 breads you should eat every day to protect your heart, brain, and longevity. Part 5. Whole grain bread, the foundation of healthy aging. The first bread you should eat daily after 60 is whole grain bread. The foundation of healthy aging. Unlike white bread or pastries, whole grain bread is made from flour that retains the bran, germ, and endosperm of the grain, meaning it carries all the natural fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This makes a profound difference to your health because fiber slows the absorption of sugar, preventing the dangerous spikes and crashes that strain your pancreas and arteries. Instead of a sudden flood of glucose, energy is released steadily, keeping you alert and active throughout the day. For seniors, this stable blood sugar is a shield against diabetes, heart disease, and even memory decline. The high fiber content also supports digestion, reducing constipation, a problem that affects many older adults, and helps maintain a healthy weight by keeping you full longer. The benefits extend to your heart and brain. Studies show that people who eat whole grains daily have lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and reduced risk of stroke. The antioxidants in whole grains also fight inflammation in your blood vessels, protecting them from the silent damage that leads to dementia. Imagine starting your morning with a slice of whole grain bread topped with avocado or a boiled egg. Instead of feeling sluggish by mid-morning, you feel steady, energized, and able to focus. That is not coincidence. It is science. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirms that replacing refined grains with whole grains lowers cardiovascular risk significantly, especially in older adults. Whole grain bread also delivers important nutrients like B vitamins, magnesium, and iron, which support nerve health, muscle strength, and oxygen transport. These are critical for seniors who want to maintain independence and avoid fatigue. The texture of whole grain bread may feel heavier compared to white bread, but that density is the sign of real nutrition. Over time, your body will thank you with better circulation, clearer thinking, and more stable energy. For those concerned about taste, whole grain bread comes in many varieties, from wheat to barley to mixed grain blends, offering both flavor and flexibility. The lesson is clear. Whole grain bread is not just a healthier option. It is the bread that should form the foundation of your daily diet after 60. It nourishes your brain, protects your heart, and keeps your digestive system strong. If this truth has inspired you, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will show you how sourdough bread, with its unique natural fermentation, can further protect your health and improve digestion. Part 6. Sourdough bread, the power of natural fermentation. The second bread you should eat daily after 60 is sourdough bread, a bread created through natural fermentation. Unlike commercial loaves that are rushed with additives and yeast, sourdough is made by allowing natural bacteria and wild yeast to slowly ferment the dough. This ancient process changes the bread in ways that make it gentler on the body and more nourishing for seniors. The fermentation breaks down part of the gluten and phytic acid in the flour, which means sourdough is easier to digest and allows minerals like iron, magnesium, and zinc to be absorbed more effectively. For older adults who often face digestive problems or reduced nutrient absorption, this is a powerful advantage. The natural bacteria in sourdough also act like probiotics, supporting gut health. A healthy gut microbiome is now known to play a critical role in regulating inflammation, blood sugar, and even brain health. Research has shown that seniors with better gut health often have lower risks of cognitive decline and depression. The glycemic index of sourdough bread is lower than that of white bread or many processed breads. This means it raises blood sugar more slowly, reducing stress on the pancreas and helping prevent the dangerous spikes that fuel diabetes and vascular disease. Patients who switch to sourdough often report that they feel full longer, experience fewer sugar crashes, and have steadier energy. Beyond blood sugar, sourdough also benefits the heart. The fermentation produces bioactive compounds that may help lower blood pressure and improve cholesterol profiles. Combined with the fiber from whole grains when made properly, sourdough becomes a protective food for arteries, reducing the risk of stroke. I have seen patients who thought bread was no longer safe for them enjoy sourdough again with confidence. And the difference in their digestion and energy was remarkable. The flavor of sourdough, slightly tangy and rich, also makes it easier to enjoy with healthy toppings like olive oil, hummus, or vegetables rather than butter and sugar. It can turn a simple meal into both nourishment and pleasure. Studies confirm these effects. Research in nutrition journals highlights that sourdough fermentation lowers post-meal blood sugar spikes compared to standard white bread, and that people who include fermented foods in their diet often have stronger immune systems and healthier cardiovascular profiles. The lesson is clear. Sourdough bread is not just a tasty tradition. It is a scientific ally for your health. After 60, its natural fermentation protects digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports the brain and heart. If this has given you hope, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal how sprouted grain bread provides even greater nutrient power and protects your body at the cellular level. Part 7. Sprouted grain bread, unlocking hidden nutrients. The third bread you should eat daily after 60 is sprouted grain bread, a unique type of bread made from whole grains that are allowed to sprout before being ground into flour. This simple change, letting the seed begin to germinate, transforms the nutritional profile of the bread and makes it one of the most powerful foods for seniors who want to protect their heart, brain, and overall vitality. When grains sprout, enzymes break down part of the starch, which reduces the carbohydrate content and makes the bread easier to digest. At the same time, sprouting increases the availability of key nutrients such as B vitamins, vitamin C, folate, iron, and magnesium. These nutrients are essential for older adults because they support energy production, nerve function, and oxygen transport, all of which decline with age. For seniors struggling with fatigue or muscle weakness, the difference can be felt within days of switching to sprouted grain bread. Another critical advantage is the impact on blood sugar. Sprouted grain bread has a lower glycemic index compared to white or processed bread, meaning it produces a slower, steadier rise in blood glucose. This is vital for anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes, conditions that become more common with age. Stable blood sugar protects not only your circulation, but also your brain, since glucose swings are linked with memory problems and cognitive decline. The high fiber content in sprouted bread further supports digestive health, reduces cholesterol, and lowers blood pressure. 3 pillars of stroke prevention. I have seen patients who replace their morning toast with sprouted bread notice improved energy, less bloating, and better control of their blood pressure within weeks. Research supports these experiences. Studies show that sprouted grains contain more antioxidants and amino acids than unsprouted grains, meaning they provide stronger protection against oxidative stress, the process that damages cells and accelerates aging. For seniors, this means not only a healthier heart but also protection for the brain and joints. The protein quality of sprouted bread is also superior, with a more complete amino acid profile, supporting muscle maintenance and repair. This is especially important after 60, when muscle mass naturally declines and frailty becomes a concern. Beyond the science, sprouted bread has a hearty, nutty flavor that makes it enjoyable on its own or with healthy toppings. It can be toasted and paired with olive oil, hummus, or fresh vegetables, turning a simple slice into a meal that nourishes both body and spirit. The lesson is clear. Sprouted grain bread is not just another option. It is a nutritional powerhouse that unlocks hidden nutrients and protects your body at the cellular level. If this has inspired you, wait until you hear about the next part, where I will reveal how oat and rye breads provide unique fibers and compounds that specifically protect the heart and brain, making them essential for seniors who want to live long and well. Part 8. Oat and rye breads, fibers that protect the heart and brain. The fourth bread you should eat daily after 60 is oat and rye bread. 2 options, rich in unique fibers and compounds that directly protect your circulation, heart, and brain. Unlike white or processed breads, these breads deliver soluble fibers such as beta-glucan, which bind to cholesterol in the gut and help remove it from the body. This lowers total cholesterol and especially LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol that clogs arteries and leads to heart attack and stroke. For seniors, whose arteries are already less flexible, reducing cholesterol buildup is essential for staying independent and active. Oat bread, in particular, has been studied extensively. Research shows that daily intake of oat beta-glucan lowers cholesterol by up to 10% and reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease significantly. Oats also help stabilize blood sugar, which protects against diabetes, one of the leading causes of stroke. Patients who eat oat bread often report feeling full longer and experiencing fewer sugar crashes, making it a powerful tool for weight control as well. Rye bread brings its own unique advantages. Rye contains special types of fiber that slow digestion, leading to more gradual rises in blood sugar and insulin. This not only protects against diabetes but also helps control appetite, which reduces excess weight, another major risk factor for stroke. Rye also contains compounds called lignans, which have antioxidant properties and may reduce inflammation, protecting brain and vascular health. For seniors, this means lower risk of memory decline and better overall resilience against aging. The flavor of oat and rye breads is heartier and denser than white bread, but that density is the sign of real nutrition. A simple slice of rye bread with avocado or oat bread with nut butter can become a meal that supports your body rather than harming it. I have seen older patients with high cholesterol or early diabetes make this switch and watch their numbers improve within months. Their energy stabilizes, their blood pressure drops, and they feel more confident about their health. The science supports their experience. Large population studies show that people who regularly consume whole grain, oat, or rye bread have lower risks of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and even premature death. These breads do more than fill your stomach. They protect your future. The lesson is clear. Oat and rye breads are not luxury foods. They are essential allies for anyone over 60 who wants to safeguard their heart and brain. They provide fibers and antioxidants that no supplement can replace, and their benefits accumulate day after day. If this has shown you the power of choosing wisely, stay with me for the conclusion, where I will bring together all 4 dangerous breads you must avoid and all 4 protective breads you should eat daily to live longer, healthier, and stronger. Conclusion. The bread choices that shape your future. We have now reached the conclusion, and it is time to bring all of these lessons together. Bread may seem like a simple food, something too ordinary to matter, but after 60, the type of bread you choose can quietly shape your future health. On one side are the 4 dangerous breads you must never touch. White bread, stripped of its nutrients, spikes blood sugar and inflames arteries. Sweet pastries, loaded with sugar and trans fats, are sugar traps that fuel diabetes, stroke, and memory loss. Processed breads with additives fill your body with sodium and chemicals that silently raise blood pressure and burden your circulation. Fried and buttery breads, such as donuts and croissants, combine refined flour and unhealthy fats that attack your arteries and make stroke far more likely. Each of these breads may comfort your taste buds for a moment, but they steal years of independence and health from your life. On the other side are the 4 breads you should eat daily, the ones that support your body rather than destroy it. Whole grain bread provides the fiber, vitamins, and minerals that form the foundation of healthy aging. Sourdough bread, with its natural fermentation, stabilizes blood sugar, improves digestion, and strengthens the gut-brain connection. Sprouted grain bread unlocks hidden nutrients, delivers high-quality protein, and protects your cells from oxidative stress. Oat and rye bread supply unique fibers and antioxidants that lower cholesterol, control blood sugar, and guard the heart and brain. Together, these breads can become powerful tools in your fight against aging and disease. The choice is yours. Every slice of bread is either medicine or poison, protection or danger, depending on what you place on your plate. I have seen patients who ignored these truths and paid the price with sudden strokes or chronic disability. I have also seen those who made simple switches and regained control over their health, enjoying more years of strength, memory, and independence. The lesson is clear. Bread is not neutral. For seniors, it is either a silent killer or a daily ally. Choose wisely, and your body will still remember how to heal. Share this knowledge with your loved ones, because a small change in their breakfast could save them from years of suffering. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which bread do you plan to remove from your diet today? And which healthy bread will you begin to eat daily? Share your answer in the comments. Type 1 if this video has given you something you will use. Or type 0 if you want me to make it better. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another health tip made just for you.